I tried to, because these stories are so beloved and so well known, the question was like, what could I possibly do to them or with them? And the Star Wars folks were really awesome about encouraging me to take a very unique, each of the authors, this is actually one in a series of 3 books by 3 authors. Alex Bracken wrote the first one, and Tom Engelberger, Origami Yoda guy, wrote the 3rd one, and they're all great, but they're all very, very different. And so the question was, how are we each going to approach it? So I started trying to write it just in a typical way with Luke. It's third-person narrator watching Luke do this stuff. And when I got to Dagobah, the jungle planet, I got stuck. Because to me, the important part about Star Wars in general, and the Dagobah scene in particular, which I think the Dagobah scenes, raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about when I say Dagobah. Okay, awesome, great. That's where Yoda lives, right? Okay. They are, to me, the heart of the whole trilogy. This is where Luke undergoes the training that transforms him from an aspiring kid with some force proclivities, to somebody who's actually beginning to understand what the Force is all about. And so when I started writing it, I felt very, very far away from Luke. I think it's so important in fairy tales and in Star Wars, which I think is like a modern fairy tale. George Lucas called it a fairy tale for the end of the 20th century. That you as the reader identify completely with the main character. You sort of put yourself into the main character's eyes, and so, or shoes. And so I realized when I was trying to write Dagobah, what if I changed it around, and what if I rewrote the whole story from your perspective? You are Luke. You are in the battle on Hoth. You are trained by Yoda. You face Vader at the end. Okay, one possibility is that it ends up sounding like a choose-your-own-adventure story. That's a possibility. But the other possibility is that you become closer to his journey. And then in between each chapter, I decided to put Jedi training lessons. So I teach you how to do things in between each chapter, like meditate, how to meditate while standing on one foot, how to meditate while standing on one foot while people throw dirty laundry at you, and other really important Jedi skills. So that was sort of my approach to taking somebody else's world and making it new and fresh for young people.